what reconciling the bank actually means. All right, tradies, we're stripping something back to basics. What does reconciling the bank account actually mean? Because I hear this all the time. My accountant does it. I'll sort it at GST time. There's way too many transactions. I'll deal with it later. And this episode is not about judging. We've all been there. Work gets busy, you're on the tools, admin slips. But if you don't understand what reconciling your bank actually means and why it matters, you're flying blind. Today, we're explaining it in plain English. What does reconciling actually mean? In the simplest possible terms, reconciling your bank means matching what left or entered your bank account with what you think left or entered your bank account. That's it. It's checking every transaction in your bank account feed has been recorded properly, has been coded properly, has been matched to the right invoice or bill. It's like balancing your toolbox at the end of the day. You're checking what should be there is actually there. Why this matters more than you think. We recently had a client come on board. We weren't doing his bookkeeping, but we had access to Xero. His accountant was reconciling his bank accounts. He was paying top dollar for it. But when we looked, nothing had been reconciled since last GST period. He was on 6 monthly GST. The last reconciliation had been done in October. We were in at the end of January. Hundreds and hundreds of transactions. Now, I don't know about you, but I struggle to remember what I did today, let alone 3 months ago. That's the problem. The longer you leave it, the harder it becomes. The real risk of not reconciling. When you don't stay on top of your bank reconciliations, you forget what transactions were for. You're guessing when coding, you miss GST, you double pay suppliers, you lose visibility of your real bank position. We've seen clients pay suppliers twice because they forgot they already paid them. We've seen a mad scramble at GST time to get everything entered and reconciled. And we've seen business owners avoid looking at their numbers because it feels overwhelming. But here's the thing. When your bank is reconciled properly, your reports are accurate, which means you can look at your profit and loss at any time and trust it. How to make it easy, real world version. Now, ideally, yes, you would reconcile every day, but we live in the real world. For most small tradies, once a week is completely fine. And when you do it weekly, it should only take you 10 or 15 minutes. That includes matching transactions, entering recent supplier invoices, reviewing anything unusual. The key is consistency. Using tools to make it almost automatic. This is where tools like Hubdoc come in. If you're a Xero user, Hubdoc is included in most plans. When you scan your receipts, forward supplier invoices, upload operating bills like phone, power, subscriptions, they're sitting there ready to match when the bank transaction comes in. For frequent expenses, they get coded the same way every time. I've even set up an automation on my phone. I press one button, it opens my camera, I take a photo, and it automatically sends it through to Hubdoc. The heavy lifting is done. Yes, sometimes I still need to finalise drafts if I'm splitting things like entertainment 50-50, but the hard part is done. And the next day when I reconcile, it's sitting there ready to match. That's how you make it simple. Why you should care, even if you have an accountant. Now, this is important. Even if you have a bookkeeper or accountant, you should understand the process. because reconciling your bank is how you know where you stand. If someone else does it every few months, you're running your business blind in between. This isn't about doing everything yourself. It's about visibility. You should be able to log into Xero at any point in the month and know what's in your bank, what's been spent, what's been received, what's still outstanding, without spending an hour cleaning things up first. What good looks like. Good looks like this. Bank feeds fully reconciled weekly, no transactions sitting there for months. Supplier invoices are entered before payment. Reports accurate at any point of the month. It's not fancy, it's clean. And when it's clean, everything else becomes easier. GST is easier, cash flow is clearer, job costing is more accurate, stress is lower. One action this week. If your bank feed is more than a week's worth of transactions sitting there unreconciled, block out 30 minutes, clear it. Then set a recurring calendar reminder every week, 10 to 15 minutes. That's it. Future you will thank you. Reconciling your bank account isn't complicated. It just means making sure what happened in real life matches what's recorded in your system. It's control. It's clarity. And it should never be a 6-monthly panic job. If you need help setting up systems to make it easy, or you want someone to handle it properly while keeping you in the loop, that's exactly what we do at Virtual Coastie. Catch you in the next episode.